manufacturing folks. So we are at IMTEX 2024 happening for metal forming industry. And every time people come with a certain new expectations or certain new thought processes to explore something new which has been placed by the well-known and renowned company, just like ZEISS we are standing right now at. I'm having with us Mr. Manoj, and today we are going to take you all in to the booth of ZEISS, exploring the new and the latest technologies ZEISS is having for the visitors. So welcome Mr. Manoj in conversation with us.
Thank you.
Please let us know what new ZEISS is going to demonstrate this year.
Right. Hi everybody. Thank you Mission Maker for this opportunity. With the media around, the advantage is that people who come here, IMTEX is so big as you know, right? They cannot really focus on everything what is around. They would like to come, absorb what is new, what is in it for them. You may have many technologies, but what is in it for them? So I would like to take you around the stall and just tell a few slices about what is new, what is the application for them in the industry, maybe relating to forming or machine tool or auto or electronics. So that is what I'm going to do.
Starting with the product which you're standing
So
right in front of us.
what you see here is as you can see, a robot-based machine which is having a sensor at the end of it, which we call it as a AI Max Cloud sensor. So what is in it for the manufacturer? See, this is a car back body where you have welded many structures together. And when you would like to check the integrity of this car body for certain dimensions and for the welding locations, because this has to undergo a lot of process where many things, the door, the windows, the lights, reflectors, everything would get fitted. So the integrity and dimensioning of this is important. And when India is at the manufacturing revolution, when we have million cars being made, quality, particularly in electric vehicles, there is something called a noise, vibration, harshness. That is a very important quotient what gets measured. So with these kind of technologies, people can measure it quick. This machine would measure 15 locations in 15 seconds. So one measurement per second it can do and tell you, qualify whether this car body is good enough to go or not. So you reduce losses. Any technology should improve the speed, improve productivity, and reduce operator dependency, and finally the good ROI to the manufacturing company. And that is what we are demonstrating here. Automated measurement of car bodies in the manufacturing shop floor.
Sure, ZEISS has always been evolving with the time and serving to the need of an hour, and automotive being a majorly growing industry.
Right.
ZEISS have a solution for you all.
Yeah, so this shows the different locations and the positions which a quality guy can quickly check and confirm that it is as per his norms, or he can send it for a rework. So the idea is not a bad part reaches the customer.
Right.
That's it. Yeah. So we are standing in front of ZEISS Contura flagship CMM, and probably, if I may say, that there is the most sold CMM in India, most reliable one, and on top of it, this is made in India. 15 years back, probably we had all the things coming in from Germany, from other places, from US, and so on. But today, we are part of the initiative Make in India. So these wonderful machines, they work at a good accuracy, reliability. They are being made in India at Bomasandra. So that is a USP out here. This is kind of the most precise tool in the generic Indian Tier 1, Tier 2 auto component market, engineering market, which the most important thing about this CMM is that this is a brand by itself, and any manufacturer who keeps this machine in the metrology room gets added impetus that he doesn't have to demonstrate quality by documents, but this machine itself really gives a feeling that the company has a quality consciousness. So that is ZEISS and that is Contura for you. That nothing new about this machine, but it's a brand by itself. That's what I want to mention.
Of course, in India, every component manufacturer's shop floor, you will get ZEISS to be there and enhancing the quality of the components, what we can say. I would like to throw one question to you here, since we are talking about Make in India campaign. Where do you see the growth of Indian manufacturing in the upcoming 4 to 5 years?
We are at the cusp of a revolution. See, it's like we always say that, I think the market is good, or, a general's comments. But today, I think the comments carry a big value today, because you see that India is not only growing in automotive, which was automotive and auto component, which we have seen some good times, but we are growing in electronics, we are growing in aerospace, in allied engineering, in castings. So India is being kind of in the center of the world, and everybody is at least having a lot of interest, to see that we move. So I think these are the best times for India. The next 10 years are really going to be exciting. You look at any data point, foreign investments, new companies coming in, collaborations, and in different verticals cutting across. We are in the wonderful
And
time.
how can we expect ZEISS to be contributing more apart from the CMM in the upcoming years?
Yeah, right. I think that's what you would see. We are working. Most of the things what you see here, we are already setting up a new factory in Bangalore, which will have many more investments, many more machines coming out. So we are already ahead of the curve in contributing to the Indian manufacturing community, and we welcome all of them. This is one exhibition, but the same exhibition is available 365 days at our office in Bombasandra, and in a smaller way at Delhi, Pune, Chennai, Coimbatore, and soon in many more cities. So we are already prevalent, and we want to support. Maybe I'll give you this data point that if suppose assume we have 100 orders in a year, 65% of the orders are from tier 2, tier 3 companies. And that is the biggest strength, that is the biggest support what we are giving these companies. And we have grown with them, whom the tier 2s, tier 3s, whom we have supplied in the year 2001, 2002, they are all almost close to OEM or mega corporations today. And that is what we carry an element of pride that we have been supporting them.
Right.
So all well for the Indian manufacturing industry.
Thank you for sharing that. So moving towards the next innovation,
Right.
what we are going to hear about this?
Right. So yeah, again, what's new is what you see here is today people are looking at automation, right? So this is a simple profile tester or a contour record or a contour measuring instrument. But what we have done here, what we are demonstrating here is a automated measurement, unmanned data collection, unmanned reporting, so that the CEO of the company who is manufacturing and has a mandate to check 1,000 parts in a day does not have to look at the skill of the operator. He has to just invest in the setup, whether it is a medical component or a EV component or an aerospace component. He can give us the mandate to automate it, and we would automate the profile measurement, data collection, reporting, so that we are, the customer takes the risk factor and data collection factor out of his brain.
Right.
So that is what we are demonstrating here in this equipment, Servcom Next 031. So the technology itself is at a certain level, but what we are now increasing at every equipment is data collection, reporting techniques. So that is where we save time and
Right.
money. So moving on, okay. So here there are two topics out here. One is the solutions for aerospace. As we have been talking, aerospace is growing. I think you have been hearing the news about Indian aerospace industry setting up, having a lot of collaborations and manufacturing coming here. India planning to make aircrafts. On the consumer aviation side, you can see a lot of news about Indigos and Airbuses and
Right.
Vistaras buying a lot of aircrafts. So Indian aerospace industry is poised for a big growth, and we have our solution space. We have been focusing on it to see that this is a new industry. This is a growing industry. They have different needs. Because in aerospace, failure should be non-existent. There is no
Of
chance, right? So that is where here, though we use the same equipments, the values of measurement, the values of the tolerances, and the way failure should be avoided is much more tougher. So we have different set of solutions using the same equipments for the aerospace industry, and we are talking about it. So aerospace manufacturers, again, we don't talk about the OEMs. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 companies can look forward, come to us. We have specific solutions defined for them, for the standards what they follow.
Okay.
Looking down here, one of the most important areas is, it's like these are the tools of the CMMs. So every CMM will have these kind of tools associated with them, which will help the stylus or the probe reach and touch the part. Okay. Now this is a little bit of science and engineering here, that when you touch any metal, you are expanding it,
Okay.
because you pass on temperature from your body to the metal and it expands. So any expansion is actually dimension. So that means you're changing the measurement dimension, and we have to give the precise measurements. So we make these extenders, these extensions out of carbon fiber, out of different materials which you see here. Different materials, what you see is some are carbon fiber, some are titanium, so that they behave in a different way, by which the thermal variations which are involved in measurements are reduced. Like we demonstrate something here. So as you can see here, this fellow will
Keep
the
moving.
vibration will
Yeah,
be
yeah.
stopped in a short while,
Yeah.
whereas some things would vibrate for a longer time. This is how these tools work in the CMMs, and we look into all these micro details to make our machine a perfect one.
This is something
So-
really interesting, and I think lot many people will not be aware of
They will
the
not be aware of. So these are extensions made by us. These are all ZEISS extensions. This will also be a part of Make in India as we move along. And these are all pretty important for delivering what we promise for a long time. So these tools and extensions are quite important.
Exactly. Yeah.
Moving on, something I think similar to tools and extensions. Now you have different varieties of metallic extensions, couplers for the probes, the probe holders, and so on. So they are all original ZEISS adapter plates, which are again which will come under the bandwagon of Made in India. So we want to contribute to the Indian manufacturing setup by doing all these things in-house. Okay, so that is one. So next, coming here, ZEISS solutions for NEV. So do you know what is EV?
Yes, the electric.
Electric. So that's exactly. So NEV is the new energy vehicles. So we talk about electric vehicles, but it could be electric, it could be hydrogen fuel based, or different technologies exist. So we have a complete solution space using the same machines defined for electric vehicle industry. Their challenges are different. So we look at the list of the challenges and develop solutions around electric vehicles. So the electric vehicle industry, we would like to welcome them to talk to us and discuss the solutions.
ZEISS has solutions for every sector, we could say now.
Well, yeah, I always say that all the machines here, whatever you see here, they do only one job. They just measure dimension. The dimension could be a nanometer, or it could be a meter. So we exist in the world to measure any change in dimension. So that is our job. We do it using different technologies. We do it using light. We touch and measure. We do it using light. We use electrons to measure. We use different technologies. But finally, we measure a change in length or a dimension. That's our job.
Of course.
Moving on, these two equipments, what you see here, Axio Imager and the Smart Zoom, they belong to the microscopy family, and this is used in the field of metallography, field of failure analysis, finding out the quality of raw material, finding out why things fail. Manufacturing is easy, but when you encounter failure, it's quite important to diagnose and understand why things fail.
Right.
Where was the propagation of crack? Was there a foreign element which could be of a minuscule nature, in the nature of a few microns or less, but that would be a cause for a failure of aircraft or an electric vehicle or a mobile phone. So it is important to go down into the dimensions. So as you pan around there, we measure the car body, right, which is a meter in size, 1.5 2 meters in size. And as you pan here, we would be looking at something which is about 10 micron by 10 micron out here. So that's the spread I'm talking about. That's what. So the microscopy solutions are also interesting, and we are world leaders in microscopy. One of our original products made maybe 177 years back. So that's microscopy for you. One more topic is what is called a topic which is of interest to Indian manufacturing, is the technical cleanliness analysis. You may manufacture a product, and then it is like, in a very colloquial way, if I may say, you wash the product again, you collect the water, and then you look at, is there a contaminant into the water, because you don't want contaminants in the products which are sent for assembly into an aircraft or into an electric vehicle or IC engine. So this understanding what is the particle contamination in production is a very important topic coming up, and we have quite wonderful solutions using microscopes out here. And Indian manufacturing community has a term called millipore analysis for this. Millipore is a system which has been followed for a long time. Now we have again automated it. That used to be a manual system taking a lot of time to analyze, filter, and figure out what is the problem, what is the contamination. Today, we can do that completely automated way using our microscope. If it would take about 4 hours to do it in the past, we could do it in 40 minutes. That is a kind of automation level what we have brought. So technical cleanliness, or colloquially millipore analysis, is what you see here using our microscopes, axioimager.
This is something really unique, and again, people could explore this innovations and take these innovations in a very positively ahead.
Correct. This is a very growing field, and with India's foray into the semiconductor space, what is happening? You need what you call as clean rooms. We don't understand what is a clean room, but clean room is where if you collect 1 cube of air, you do not want more than 3,000 particles or more, micron particles. So that is the standard what is being followed, where the particles, finally, where will the particles go? They will settle down on your component. That is avoided. That should be avoided. So that is where technically clean room analysis is also part of this game out here. Here we stand in front of ODetect 322. So this is a video measurement system, quite a robust one at that. So what is new, what is in it for the manufacturing industry is, typically this machine comes with a very robust construction and ISO standard accuracies. Normally you do not see ISO level accuracies being quantified on a video measurement system. But we being ZEISS, we have to maintain our standards of manufacturing, So we have this ODetect 322 with ISO certified accuracies, and a nice machine at that. And it also has a additional stylus or a probe, a touch probe, so that it can do a 2.5D measurements in the industry. Suitable for electronic industries and simple flat components. Here we stand in front of ZEISS Duramax. I would say a fabulous product. This was introduced about 12 to 14 years back. The product is super success in the world. This is a product which is aimed at the shop floor. Okay, so in the history, in the past, CMMs were suited more for the metrology room. That means a room with 20 degrees temperature and strict controls and all that. But the problem is occurring at the shop floor. So the shop floor guy would go to the standards room and put his component. The component will undergo what is called a cooling period, and then it will be taken up for measurement. Okay, so we changed it. We said, why should the CMMs be in the standards room? It should be in the shop floor. Okay, so we made a special construction. This doesn't look like a normal CMM, but this is a cantilever type arrangement where you have complete freedom to load the component from left and right, and a different set of construction, small, compact. And this machine has the advantage that you can move it from place to place. This has easy movement facility. You can just lock it up, move it from line 1 to line 2. So this is ideal for production guys who are in the shop floor. They don't want to go to the CMM room, but want to do a shop floor in-house quality consideration, quality checkups. So Duramax, this is also part of the Make in India bandwagon. So this product will be already started to make in India, and we are welcome to our Bommasandra factory where this can be witnessed. And one of the most successful missions around the world. In India, it is picking up. We are doing well. To put it in a nutshell, if I were to start an industry, this would be the mission I would buy.
Right.
Absolutely trouble-free, super accurate, precise, and a nice mission. You see the size, compactness, design, style, and
Exactly.
awesome.
And of course, there have been a lot of efforts which we, also need to put while making the standard room. So it's all the less efforts and
Exactly.
more quality.
Exactly. What we discussed, we have to have sustainability is another topic.
Right.
So when
Right.
the machine does not use air supply to run, that means you are actually having less cost and less environmental issue. And you don't need a AC. AC is quite expensive. We don't realize it. And this machine does not need AC. It can work till 30 degrees reasonably very well. It can work till 40 degrees with a little bit deterioration, but actually you save a lot from the environmental point of view. So this machine also contributes to sustainability, also being closer to manufacturing. So those are the two advantages of Duramax.
Sustainability with quality.
Exactly, right. In any movie or anywhere there is always a superstar. So this is a superstar machine what we have today. As you can see here, to explain in a nutshell, this is a technology which is quite advanced. Okay, the robot, and then you have a projector, and then you have the component. So as you project fringes of lights on it. So the lights are not just light. The lights has streaks of lines coded at a certain way. So you throw a light streak, you capture the light streak. The light streaks, as they fall on the component, they get deformed to the shape of the component. So you collect this deformation not from one picture, but you collect it over thousands and thousands of pictures. And then with software technology, today you have the processing power of you have in your mobile phones. So you are able to assimilate all the data, bring out the component shape to the accuracy of about 30 or 40 microns. And then you have the complete surface data. You can section it, do what a CMM can do what a scanner can do, and do it at a faster speed. So this machine is all about productivity, simplicity, easy to program, less dependent on operator. The CAD model can program itself. There are many modes of programming. So sometimes the machine can auto-program itself. So this is kind of a superstar of measurement. This is coming up. This machine will also be available at our office. And awesome piece. I would like customers to come and feel it.
Sure, simply innovative is what we can tell this machine is all about. We were very excited. I was here the day before the demonstration. They were setting up this machine, and I got to know that this is something really new, which is going to be demonstrated here. And of course, it has been an eye-catching corner for everyone at the stall 3.
Right. See, that's what is mentioned out on top here, as you can see the ZEISS Quality Suite. So, as I mentioned, the hardware has not undergone much changes in principle. Metrology hardware has been reasonably stable. But what has changed, what is new, that is the theme of our discussion.
Yes.
What is new is the software power, the way to harness the data, the way to populate it and understand patterns from it and help production. Okay, so we have now centered all our missions around what is called the ZEISS Quality Suite, which will be a software platform. All the machines what you see here can be integrated onto that one platform. So what is the advantage? You can exchange data between different measuring technologies, and the same component could be measured in different ways. You can measure it optically, you can measure it by a structured light, you can measure it by touching it, but then finally it is the same component. So the data should be the truth. There's only one truth, in measurement. So that is what we are trying to attempt using the ZEISS Quality Suite, which can be downloaded by people. There are a lot of free versions available which can be used. So please, you're welcome onto our website. Look for ZEISS Quality Suite and then use it, and then give us a feedback and see what you can.
Surely, we're very excited to listen to the feedback, and this is something very innovative. Again and again, we're saying innovative when we say innovation, and when we ever hear quality, it's ever going to be ZEISS. So thank you so much, sir, for spending your time with us.